Looking at their power sets and appearances, like, these characters are shockingly similar. Both of these characters are blonde. They both have companions which aid them in battle, along with a lot of other things that we'll get into later. But first, regarding verse equalization and curse energy and all that jazz. Kat seeing Yuki Shikigami wouldn't be an issue, since she already got the ability to see the unseen. And I also think that Kat's powers are close enough to curse energy to be recognized by domains and all that, so that won't also be an issue too. So I honestly do not think that we need verse equalization here. But now that we have all that out of the way, it's time to actually finally start the video. Starting off with Yuki, since we're doing equal stats, of course we won't have to scale her attack potency, durability, all that stuff. So we can just move right on to her abilities, which the most obvious one is her Star Rage curse technique, which simply just allows her to add mass to her attacks, which allows her to hit harder and all that stuff, which can be used in tandem with her Shikigami, Garuda. Yuki also possesses regeneration through reverse curse technique, but reverse curse technique for like some reason it doesn't have an effect like this on any other curse technique in the series. She can also create a black hole, but she dies in the process. And she can do domain expansion, but it wasn't shown at all. And I think that'll be it for Yuki. Moving on to Kat. Kat is, of course, a gravity manipulator, which allows her to fly or just basically fall in a different direction. It's the same thing. And she can also make other things float. She also has these gravity styles, which allow her to become denser. Yeah, you cannot tell me that Yuki wasn't like unintentionally inspired by Kat or something. Like, these characters' powers are so fucking similar. And she can also become lighter. So she essentially has like a better Star Rage. She also has Panther mode, which is just essentially her going Super Saiyan. And she can create mini wormholes. But like the canonity of these wormholes are like debatable. Since like in one side mission, Kat said she can't teleport, even though she teleported in gameplay. And she can also make herself a black hole, but she doesn't die in the process. But one important thing to note is that every single one of her powers come from her cat companion, Dusty. If her cat companion is taken away, then she's just powerless. Okay, that one will be it for Kat. Now on to the actual fight. So, here's how I think this fight will play out. If Yuki gets a good mass punch to Kat, like directly to her face without her blocking and everything, I genuinely think that Yuki has it in the bag. The same mass punch that broke Kenjaku's arms, someone who's probably at least top 5, sharing it along with like Yuta and Yorozu. There's no one else who could be in top 5. Like maybe Rame, you know, like maybe even Yuki herself, but absolutely no one else. There's like no one else who could be in top 5. Like if a good mass punch just landed, Kat's skull would probably just be cracked open. And she has like no good regeneration, so she would be cooked. But that's a big if. But if Kat manages to block it, then she would probably just end up breaking her arms. But this is all assuming that Kat just got hit, which is the 50-50 chance since it is like equal stats. So either way, Kat wouldn't want to get close to Yuki. Don't get me wrong, like Kat is extremely skilled. Due to her, like in that one side mission, somehow taking like 100 men. But Yuki just has infinitely more experience. Plus she won against Kenjaku, who probably has one of the best hand-to-hand in the verse. Kat would also have to watch out for Garuda, which, to be honest, Yuki uses more as a weapon, but it can still fight on its own. But the thing is, Kat does have more ranged options than Yuki. Due to her semi-telekinesis, she will be able to use the environment against Yuki. Kat does her best in long range, and Yuki does her best in close range. Now, if Yuki uses her hypothetical domain expansion, I have no idea what it will do, but we can theorize what it will be. Now we're gonna do a little bit of fan fiction. So what I think Yuki's domain would be like Like the sure hit would be meteors, and like they would all be imbued with star rage. She could like manipulate the density of each meteor, but still we ultimately have no idea what her domain expansion is, so I'm not going to power scale off of fan theories. Now for Yuki's biggest win con in most battles, her black hole, which sadly wouldn't do anything at all. Cat could either pull a Kenjaku and resist the black hole with her own gravity, or just become a black hole herself, and she wouldn't die in the process. Now, if Cat becomes a black hole instead, then Yuki actually might get the wrong idea and think that it's a suicide move for her too. So like, she might become a black hole too, and like think they can like black hole clash. but Yuki would end up just fucking dying. And if Cat goes into Panther mode, she would deal like major slashing damage, forcing Yuki to use RCT, massively lowering her output. To be honest, Cat really just has everything that Yuki has and more. To be honest, both of these have almost equal chances of winning. Yuki through hitting a really good mass punch and cracking Cat's skull open, and Cat using a black hole. But to be honest, I have Cat winning 6 times out of 10. But if Cat wins, she would definitely come out with a few broken bones. But I determine the winner more times than not, the Gravity Queen, Cat. Okay, job's done. Just like and comment. Be seeing you.